the semifinal stage of this college football playoff. It's time to find out who has the depth and the drive to take one huge step closer to the ultimate goal, hoisting that national championship trophy. This test is a matchup we cannot wait to see unfold. Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. This is the Capital One Orange Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. We are almost there. Time to find out who'll be headed to the national championship game. Team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. Texas. Return begins inside the 10. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. They'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game, is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
Backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense. As the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling him to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now. The secondary backed up off the ball now. Pressure is coming. And he just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Looking to throw. It's Lagway. Grab down the middle. It's Washington. To be brought down at the 46, good enough for a first down.
Chris, the defense has got to do a better job of wrapping up the tight end there. The coach is preaching to these guys, we need more than one tackler to the ball. They caught a break there. The tight end breaks the first tackle, and they had another man there to bring him down before it could have gotten ugly.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
And this defense has got to do a better job. It's one thing to give up a completion, but all those yards after the completion are what can really hurt you as a defense.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to go. A 2-yard loss.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Launching one to the end zone. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Hey, these guys have been giving up some plays. I mean, this offense looks pretty good. They're moving the ball, but they get him to 3rd down. They get pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback panics, puts that ball into coverage, and this defense comes up with that big interception.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Now coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. And that pass is incomplete. No idea who he was trying to throw it to.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. That's reeled in. It's Coleman.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. 1st down. The Tigers come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Big shot downfield here early in the game. Couldn't quite connect, but even on an incompletion, these deep shots do a good job of keeping those safeties back and can open up other aspects of this offense.
Pulls it in. It's Pringle.
Well, they don't pick up the 1st down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up and take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
They make the stop at the 47. That's enough for a 1st down.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the 1st down.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. Defense is coming after him. And that's just thrown away. I don't think he's going to get away with that. Yeah, here comes the flag. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Pringle. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the 1st down marker. And the Tigers will come to the line to run the hurry-up. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Second down after that run on the previous play. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Boy, this one's on the offensive line, Chris. They've got to do a better job of protecting the franchise quarterback. This guy's as good as there is in the country, and they're letting this pressure get to their quarterback. You either get the ball out faster, or the offensive line's got to do a better job of taking care of their guy.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. And they pick up the first on the ground. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks. There's a 1st and 10 play.
That's going to be enough for the first down, and just as you'd expect, here comes that up-tempo approach by this offense. The defense is aware that this is something they do. Let's see how well they defend it.
And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's 2nd and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. 2nd and inches. Offense maybe looking to throw the ball here. They got 3 receivers bunched out left. Second down, looking to throw it. Tries to get it to the running back. Catch made across the middle by the running back. They make the stop, but he's in enemy territory now. First down at the 45. We reach the end of a scoreless first quarter. Defenses are in charge as these teams pursue a national championship. Both teams desperate to get the offense going, find a spark and some rhythm in this playoff game. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Gives it to the back. Oh, what a move. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. On the handout, they'll test their right side here. Finding space at the 20. Touchdown, Texas, as they claim the lead in this playoff game.
But it was just a matter of time till this guy found the seam and took it to the house. Unbelievable job by the offensive lineman, allowing him to get to that 2nd and 3rd level. And with his kind of speed, no chance of bringing him down.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Gets it to the 29 before being brought down. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? The pocket breaking down. Quick completion to the tight end. They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. It's a big pickup after the catch. More importantly, holds on to the ball despite taking a huge hit.
Yeah, Chris, that's the thing that really stood out to me. I didn't think he was going to be able to hold on to that ball because of that big hit, but he does. He doesn't get the first down, but he gets big positive yards, and more importantly, I think he gains more confidence in that quarterback to throw him the ball in.
The Tigers looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
Boy, this quarterback's doing a great job of just managing the game. Nice throw, good completion on a first down, and he's already got a play call. He's ready to snap the ball again.
Caught behind the line. It's Pringle. He stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Chris, one of the things I love about this running back, it's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
Pass complete. It's second down now. Looking to throw yet again. He escapes the pocket. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Offense facing third and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough fourth down decision? Looking for the wideout. Oh, and he dropped it. You don't see that often from this guy. Brings up fourth down.
Boy, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Here we go, fourth down. They'll try to run for it. Looks like Clemson will have the first down.
That's how you know an offensive coordinator really believes in the offensive line. You get to fourth down, you don't spread out a defense and try to create a one-on-one matchup and throw the ball. You go the old-fashioned way. You get behind that offensive line, get the yards you need, and you extend this drive with that first down.
Jukes the defender, gets brought down after a solid game. Here's the second down play. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And there's the handoff. Fighting him off. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. The offense with some pre-snap motion. First down, looking to throw the football. The short completion of the tight end. And a nice first down game there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker. They look to throw it here on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Pringle.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Caught quickly. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. And the Tigers looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here. Offense facing 2nd and goal. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. No gain makes it 2nd down and goal from the 5. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. And off inside, looking for the touchdown. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. Defense calls their 3rd and final timeout of the half now. So here we go, 3rd and goal. Can they punch it in from the 1? Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. Touchdown, Clemson. A much-needed counter-punch delivered. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Momentum at the score. scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Was he on the end line? Apparently not. He's bringing it out. It'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job of the coverage team. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Hand off to the back. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking to throw. It's Lagway. Tries the right with a quick throw. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Touchdown, Tigers. 6 points for the defense in this playoff game. What a moment. They now have the lead in the semifinal game. And a pick six. A monster play by this defense here.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking for his back. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They finally make the stop right near midfield. It'll be first down. Longhorns hustle to the line to run the hurry up. First down, looking to throw the ball. That's caught. It's Jackson. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. They'll have to hurry now. Second down with the clock ticking. It's a run. Running back's got it. And the Sauk were able to bring him down quickly.
Love this early in the game by this defense. Taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
Run sets up an important third down call for this offense. To the air, it's Lagway. Looking deep downfield to the left. It's dropped. Would have been a big play, but he could not hold on. It's 4th down and 4 to try to keep the drive going. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
That's why you practice and work on these routes. When you get to a 4th down, you trust the receiver to run not only a good route, but know exactly where he needs to go to be able to get the distance for that first down.
Looking to scramble. There's contact on the throw. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Love this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender and he throws the interception.
First play of the drive now. They'll start from the 32. They'll change the pre-snap look now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He's got it in the open. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up for the first down.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Pringle. Second down play coming up. Offense looking to throw the ball. Bringing pressure. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. And that's now going to bring up 3rd down. Time running down, just 1 play left here in the half. And the back gets the football. Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. This will be a 43-yard attempt. The field goal is good. And they add to their lead. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Tigers will kick this away to begin the second half. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. And the priority here, take care of the football. 3 turnovers in the first half. That's why they're trailing.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Off play action. He's looking to throw. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Will not be brought down. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, what a play here by this receiver for a big gain for Texas. And you think back over the years with Texas going back decades, I always think about running backs and, of course, quarterbacks. But there have been some receivers, Roy Williams and Devin Duvernay, guys like that. There have been others. But, man, plays like this is what you love to see and kind of creating that new legacy for Texas of having elite receivers.
Dropping back. It's Lagway. Moves out of the pocket. Looks like he's going to run it. He'll avoid the sack, but is brought down after a short gain.
That's what I really love about this quarterback. Looks downfield. Everybody's covered. Instead of just throwing this ball away, he's got the athletic ability to make this defense pay for it by picking up some good yards.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Grab down the middle. It's Gaines. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal. The Longhorns will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. 1st and goal. Handoff. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the play.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
So from the 9-yard line, it's 2nd and goal. Linebackers moving around, trying to confuse the offense. Here's the option play. And the quarterback can't even get the pitch off. That play goes nowhere.
Oh, gosh, give this defense all the credit in the world. They had their eyes in the right position, playing assignment football. Quarterback just looking for daylight. Couldn't find anywhere to go there on the keeper on the option. Again, that's great assignment football by the defense.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Pass caught. Can he get in? Completion. That's about 9 yards. Not enough for the first, and it's 4th down. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. And it's caught. Touchdown, Longhorns.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. He stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Heads out of bounds after a solid game.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
So one play moves the ball to the 38, another first down. Running back with the football. And he stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6. And the Tigers will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
Well, not much of a gain there, but this is what they do. They love to go fast. The defense has got to be aware.
Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Wide open downfield. Finding space at the 20. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Clemson.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the point after is right down the middle. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. The Longhorns offense takes the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? He breaks free. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. So 2nd and 7 after the 3-yard pickup. This offense trying to get something going on this drive. Movement here from the tight end. Dropping back. It's Lagway. Grab behind the line. It's Gibson. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. On the move now. On the move, looking deep down the right side. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield. Longhorns have 1st and 10 here.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. Lets it fly to the wide out. He's got a man down the middle. It's a quick tackle, but a solid gain moves the ball to the 15-yard line.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double.
And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Texas.
Boy, great job here of finding him again. That's his 2nd touchdown reception in this football game.
PAT is good. They draw within 3, 24-21. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away.
Texas.
Return begins inside the 10. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. 1st down, looking to throw the football. Looking deep to the right side. Makes the grab downfield for a huge gain on the right. Poked out of bounds, but it's another big gain. This offense producing chunk plays through the air. That massive gain has set him up at the 41-yard line, enemy territory. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Man, there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
2nd down after that completion. He's looking to throw. Pump over the middle. It's Pringle. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
And that's a 1st down.
So Clemson has the lead here, Kirk, as we head to the quarter break. And as we reach the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. Makes the catch, but the defense breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain.
Now I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Looking for a man. And that catch is hauled in. They bring him down, but that play moves him into scoring position. 1st and 10 from the 11. The Tigers come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. They're going to run it. That gets the carry. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Wants to throw it. He escapes the pocket. Touchdown, Tigers. This offense really clicking.
What a threat for this offense to have a weapon like this at quarterback. Down in the red zone, surveying the coverage, nobody open, so he does it himself with his legs and gets to the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point, up and good. A double-digit lead now here in the fourth quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fielded near the end line. He's going to come out with it. They tackle him at the 9. That's good coverage, but he should have left the ball in the end zone. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. To throw, it's Lagway. Looking to scramble. Quarterback on the move, trying to make... The catch is made for a huge pickup. And they got him, but there's also a flag on the play. And the big play wiped away. That's a costly flag on the offense. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Close to the tight end. Catch is made down the middle. We're able to get him down. Interesting play call here. Third and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. Looking deep down the left side. Another interception. Wow, that's his fourth tonight. Oh, he's bringing it back. They bring him down, but that could be a game-changing pick in return.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Oh, and it's picked off. A crushing mistake.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
The offense trots back out on the field again. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Moves out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. Touchdown, Clemson. A defensive score in this playoff game. Wow. Taking command now in the fourth quarter, closing in at a bid for the national championship game.
Well, it's just something freeing when you have this kind of lead and you can just turn the defense loose. Getting aggressive pays off for them here. They get the interception, and what athletic ability there to take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And he knocks through the PAT.
Texas, 21.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. The Longhorns offense takes the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game. Held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
On the move now. As he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
My gosh, Chris, it's been a rough night for this offense and this poor quarterback. Took a shot there as he released the ball, and the defense is just teeing off on him here late, these obvious drop-back situations.
Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Tackle made after a big gain. Longhorns line up on 1st and 10. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. To throw, it's Lagway. The sure hands. It's Jackson. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. The Longhorns looking to run some tempo here. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He escapes the pocket. It's a deep shot to the right. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, Longhorns.
Chris, the quarterback looks up, sees a wide-open target. Sometimes those throws are harder than the ones where they're tightly covered. But he makes a nice throw, and it's an easy touchdown for this offense.
And they tack on the extra point. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. Oh, look at the quick cut. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 36.
Chris, good job here on this stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game when you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You get all 3 to use, but at what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Goes deep off his back foot. Oh, and he almost had it. A chance for a momentum-changing interception. Does bring up 3rd down. See if the offense can move or change off that incompletion.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, it could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
The offense really clicking here. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense tries to put the finishing touches here on a lopsided victory. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Quarterback keeps the football. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
I mean, this guy's having a dream day. Already over 200 yards through the air. Now showing you what he can do with his feet. This guy's a complete package under center.
Run it up the middle, but stopped for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Short pass finds the tight end. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
And I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year, and it's been great to see him in person today. Making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. Coming up, 2nd down and goal. They'll give it to the running back. Picks up a short gain, but is swarmed by the defense flying to the football.
Boy, Chris, the way this quarterback's been playing, I'm surprised they didn't throw the football here. I wouldn't be surprised now that they're facing 3rd down and goal. Put it in his hands and let him work his magic.
The Gotten the ball down to the 3-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Cannot connect, incomplete, and now 4th down.
Interesting call here, Chris, to throw the ball on 3rd and short. Unable to come up with a first down. Now here at 4th down, you got a big decision to make. Do you kick the field goal just to add to the lead, or maybe go for this here with a chance to drop the hammer?
Makes it look easy. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. On the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Going to try to use his legs here. Fires it on the move. He makes the grab. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50. That's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play and be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship. That says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. And they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And now the stage is set for this season's ultimate college football game. We will see you at the national championship. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.